Sivusele bonkosi egameni lika Jesus Christ waseNazaretha. I go by the name Babdlamini. Welcome to another segment of Talk Entertainment and Arts. Now, as you know, we keep on running season 5, and we're bringing you guys brand new content each and every week. A big shout out to RAMBLAS. That's the location right now. Always been. And with me, I have Lusolotja, who is a very, very important part of the industry entertainment in our country. Sanibonani.
Awuyebuye kakhulu Mr. Dlamini. Siyavusela nakulaba semakhaya nasemadolobheni.
Sibonga impilo nomtsala. Siyabonga. I understand that when you one of the first people labacala this entertainment thing in our country, 2009, right?
Yeah, well, some things around that time, yeah.
Yeah, but did it start like before or
way before? Well, for me, I started up no, I'm not one of the people that started entertainment in this country. They're going to make me feel like 200 or something years old because we've been at it for that long. But yeah, I'm just a regular guy, born and bred. You know, I've always had a thing. Ngikhule esikolweni bengikhetha sibhaca.
How?
Ngicela sibhaca. Ngisuke naso primary ngayothimla naso university. So yabo. So you know, I think maybe iqala lapho le bite yakami ngokuthi noma mfingqombe baye babone amabhaca sekagitsa nje basathe ngathi kulula. There's a lot of work that goes into it. Yabona.
Okay.
Just in terms of arranging your songs and doing your moves and there's a lot of calculations that go into that. So I guess maybe for me iqala lapho lenang. Also dabbled in the school choir at the time. And then later on we got close nalabanye abangani bami nje bo Didi Cool. Majala njengabo Mbongeni Mbingo at the time. Saka something called Jive Entertainment.
Okay.
Right. But this was sometime in the mid 90s or that part. So we used to have shows. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, then it then moved naturally because I was sekufika sokuqala kuba nabantu laba ma performers, maybe ma rappers or things like that, and then so kanzakala ukuthi umuvuke soqala kusebenta nabo in terms of on the management. You know, kusaba kufuneka ukuthi kube ne gig somewhere so bathenga a roadie or something yabo.
Okay.
So yeah, that's pretty much it. And then I started working with DJ Snoop around Boma 98, 99. At the time I was running a club, Ecstasy, Esbebe.
You were running the club?
He was running the club as a so
okay.
I mean, he is the one that just got me into the club space. So at that around that time kuvela inzaba house. When house was just breaking into like house music. It was just breaking into the scene. So we used to get bamvula banjengabo bo Christos, bo Da Vinci, and then after a while I realized ukuthi manayi ati sifela ntsini ukuthi simele kuze kufike Christos la noma Glenn Lewis or whoever kunkhani ke kube nje ne session ya house kanti siyathandzela nabakithi la house yabona. So sesiyaqala ke sesithi no, let's just try and play sibena lama set nje a house. It was very difficult in the beginning because bantu masodeka ithanda kahle hle change athanza kufasa nje. Hey wena, you know, at the time Snoop abedlalela kakhulu bomzala lapha emabraino mameno. So you know, anetingoma tawo lati dayele. So when you moved into the house yabona kwaqala kwaba nekubambana nje lokuthi stand off. But then eventually people warmed up to it, and then we started having house parties nje singasameli bo Christos nabo nabafika bakhanza kusesiyababa yabona. So yeah, that's pretty much how I got into that.
So like
particular space.
So like from kusini decide ukuthi senzada ukuthi ngicubeka with the events and sabathi ngibo Christos. What emphasized that?
Not necessarily kusasibadzingi really. It's it just became because at the time you know how we actually got to even consume music was not how it is now with you guys, because now you have it so much easier.
Fact.
Yeah, download nje incaba idingoma nisangane ngabe ne Wi-Fi ushiya nje uthi on uhambe olala uvuka una 3000 wedingoma uyabona. So at the time DJs used to go to Tinzo njengabo House Africa to buy vinyls. Kusasenjetwa ngama vinyl ma record. So khanzakala ukuthi sesibathi siyabuka ukuthi hebe kunene lo nje phela nange ama vinyl akhona sesitawumela ukuthi kuze kube ne show usekufike bosibani base South Africa kungikhani ngesadlala, but before bafike you're expected to play like just popular music yabona, which is what is happening now. Kokuthi waya a club chances are utava adiwele like 15 or whatever other piano track that is, you know, so wonke DJ tafuna kuyidlala, you know, so it's like no asesi udlale wawona lo mculo lona singamele kudlala ingoma ledumile, just make naleti ngakadvumi.
Okay.
You know, so by the time asinakathi uyafika whoever noma sophuma eNew York noma kubhakhanze ukuthi I know the audience yami seyadata leti ngoma uyabona. So lenangileyo was it made, for instance nje le club that used to run yagcina seku sport lapho khona khanga usinalabo DJ from SA sebayafuna lokudidela bona akusathini ukuthi kumbe sesivanga ngaba ukuthi awu majitamine aningibidi ngani phela ngoba sesivile ukuthi kuyasenjetwa ePine Valley ecstasy yabona. So because fundamentally we're just creating that culture, but lenanget was just based on because there's the music and there's also an element of skill at the time. Now teaching ama SL 1200s good lokukhona nyalo kuloko ma turntables kwena ukuthi kuyabhalwa ngalana ukuthi lena 120 il-tempo nangalana soyabona 120 hawu lana thina it was all analog, uyalalela ngendlebe uyinciphise el-vinyl uveke sokhenya lokho sekahamba kanye ufake ingoma yabona. So there's a lot of skill nje ngaphandle kwaloko ukuthi ngifake ingoma emva kwalenya yabona, nalokuhlanganisa nakhona is part of le joy.
So let's span Mrs. Sneng
baya yabona to the point ukuthi it was a lot of work for a show on Saturday in Sebenda, pretty much from the Sunday in Zambama, you know, stawlala Sunday, you know, but then in Zambama we added sekulungiselwa the next session, you know what I mean. So it's something also by the time figure lo mgcibelo seniyababa vela. So it was a lot of work like that.
So I think 2 weeks back we had Psycholution on the show, and he mentioned you could see you're one of the people who lababone 5 different generations of the entertainment in our country. So like bengicela kubuta ukuthi uyalibona yini lishintsho ne-improvement throughout these 5 generations or selokusafana nje?
Oh no, improvement inkulu kakhulu yabona, it's crazy. Ngaphandle kwaloko ukuthi kunetinvo when it comes to ngase ngidakubekisela nje, I worked with a hip hop group called Vamoose. I'd say, well, I wouldn't say it's the first one, but because for me noma sengibeka kanjena kune sikhulume nge-hip hop for instance, kunemajaha lacala ma trailblazers yabona, abantu abanjengabo Grandmaster Chill, shout out to GMC, nabo Silver B, you know, nalamanye amajaba kakhona kamanzini. But at the time kaze ukuthi nje they are freestyling to some international beat, yabona,
J-Squad beats.
It was very expensive. It was a very expensive process to record nje, first things first, for anyone nangabe ufuna ukurecorda ngosugibela ikhumbi hambe neJozi nakhona nanifika eJozi kune studio le equipment inkulu inganga yabona, so kude, you know. So as evolve nale technology nje yabona sekubalula ukuthi okay sibani banyana naye so ne studio kamanzini yabona, so it becomes easier to make the music yabo. So everything actually improves yabo after that, but from skhatsi sabo GMC kwafika bo XY chromosomes lokungibona. I mean those guys had a video on Channel O.
Okay.
And they were truly hip hop trailblazers, even in South Africa for that matter, because hip hop wasn't that big. But they came. Na Killer Joe is on the show. Okay, then they had that fallout that they did. Only one album came out, and you know. But then ngesokufika abantu abanjengabo Vamus yabona yaqhubeka lena even though nabo I remember they recorded in SA. You know, but as Tinfo qhubeka to improve asekufika bo Claiming Grounds, because I think for me Claiming Grounds then changed a lot of things. Tikaben kutsinyalo say you can record quality beats khona la khaya, you don't have to really travel far. Nale skill ngabulawana bo anaconza, I mean, you know,
Lucian
usesengumvana lapho sengambali yabona. Sengisho bamvu laba who've been around yabona. So Lucian bafika nje bakhanza ukuthi I know so kuyasenje because I think Lucian ufike ngale nangu tikastable head count bo sprites what yabona. Lucian bo qibo, you know, but lama member lawo afika khanza ukuthi no sekusenjediwe yabona.
Successive
Kunemajaha nje labeka khona kuthiwa labo bokuna courtesy amongst others. Ngidalkhumbula ligama bathi neck beats. Yeah, mina bengivamisa kuba manager ngithi work beats. You know, but now buka kuleso squad se neck beats cishe bonke bamvula baku neck beats. They went on to have a tremendous impact on the industry, not necessarily nala kangwane.
Okay.
Yabona ngibeke so courtesy obviously sonke sama courtesy.
Yeah, fact.
But then kuna lamanye majala abeka khona lapho bomazwe.
Okay.
Kuthiwa ngimezi nyalo engineer lo babako we sound. He has won several summers. Uyabona na lokhunja na Sandile. Na is a crazy producer as well. You know, Ingudu nje I think ekhiwa nguye Ingudu. Yabona. Sandile Liphondo. Sandile Msibi beka funza lapha high.
Aw.
Yeah, uyavela nalapha evidweni nangayibukela ivideo eNgudu. So that's a neck beats original dude yabona. So they moved to do other things. Maybe labanye babo khanza ukuthi asabat ngoba maybe they left the country, but the impact yabo is felt. So to answer your question, yes, there's a lot of improvement that has happened over the years, and yeah iyakhula nje the trajectory iyenyuka because kuneke bafana lokubabako la ngaphandle lokushaya ko beat kalimata beat naloko ukuthi the technology has evolved so much so that it's easier kuthi nawe Mr. Dlamini songatshayela nje endlini sibe record singarecorda ngisho nalana se bus rank even singarecord siphume ne hit
so kwaba lula.
Yeah,
but like from, do you think lokuthi sekulula nyalo we the people who are part of the industry now, do they realize that kuthi sekulula right now, or bona beseva ngathi hayi selokhu selikhuni ini?
Well, there's certain misconceptions la khona nje generally njengokuthi siyasathe thina ngazuthi yabona la kangwane sisemuva kakhulu vele yabona ma artist ayahlupheka, ma artist generally nje ayahlupheka mhlaba wonkana yabona. Mhlambe ukuthi ke thina ilokwa kwethu ukuhlupheka yabona kange it's a bit, you know, but Tinfo setilula nyalo, particularly with, for me, I think invaluable lula is what happened with the copyright law 2018. You know, it took a bit of a while, but seyiqalile nyalo yasebenda yabona. And lokufika kwayo is going to change a lot of things. Maybe angeke kwendeke nyalo, but kukhona lokutawendeka definitely within the next 5 years. You know, see, we have our first CMO. Lekhona board yakhona ikhona. sesestaqala ke kube khona iprocess yokuthi ema artists nakudlala ingoma yakho ever for ema royalties it's not much, but nje kwakona lokho ukuthi artists are going to have their work protected.
Okay.
And just intellectual property in general ivikeleke, uyabona, because once kwendeka letimvo leti kanjalo, then you're able to move into other dimensions nje, uyabona. So ngithanda ukubekisela abamfungana info le yendeke this year ku Super Bowl.
Okay.
The halftime show, right?
Yeah.
Kule halftime show, that what happened there was just lakhaya bokungeke kwendeke. Okay, nanyalo still ngeke kwendeke because maybe sisengakhona ukuhlanganisa. As we all know, but performer Dre, right?
Yeah.
Dre, that show to put together, it was close to about $10 million to put together that 12-13 minutes
okay
performance, right? But lo kwendekile ukuthi nayiphela le show because angithi half time le.
Yeah.
Nayiphela half time, by the time kuphela le bhola lo mdlalo webhola ubukelwa, still was back on top 100 charts.
Wow.
Uyabona, this is something le released nga 2001.
Still Dre, yeah.
Still Dre, yes.
Yeah.
But bantu ngendlela ba streama ngayo, by downloada ngayo, by viewer ngayo, uyabona, it just came straight back into the top 100. Tsine kwanyalo lamsakatweni nasithi sine top 20, sisho nje kamoya ukuthi asathi lo number 15 ufike njani kube number 15. Uce udlalwe kangakhi, uqeliwe kwendekeni ustrinyiwe, uyabona. Siyena ngelithando nje ukuthi hayi uyababa uvela kwayangizesha, but kuthi uyithoka, uyabona, because kude lama mechanisms ukuthi ucha le ngoma leni idlalwa kanjena yeteke download eke kangaka, uyabona. But kenyalo we about to go into that space lapho khona sita khona ukuthi nabe Mr Dlamini akhipha ingoma, siyakhona lokuyibuka lokuthi iperforma kanjani vele yekunene, hayi nje ukuthi maye vele emseni siyamthanza na Belly phela khona lapho. You know what I mean?
I understand.
So we're moving into that space lapho khona
kancane.
Yes, kancane we're getting there.
So nguve ukhuluma about also managing artists.
Yeah.
Bengicela ungitshele a few of the artists you managed and how did you manage to grow their impact?
I think one of the first.
Who was your favorite?
My favorite.
Yeah.
All the artists that I worked with are my favorites. Okay. I've just lapho ngathi ngaphuza ngikhumbule khona bamfu bekucala was okay. Ivamus broke up after a while. They recorded the first album and then they broke up, went their separate ways with their manager. And then after a few weeks after, then the guys called me but said, I know they want me to help them. I said, man, there's a guy called JD. Shout out to JD in Jelapo. He's the one that Lake Vamos. So then somehow he convinced me. Then I started working with them like that. A few weeks later, he called me like, hey, there's this chick that just called me from Hlangano la. She wants to join us. She sings because they'd lost one of their members was a singer, female.
Okay.
MC but Nkosh, uyabona, Nkoshile, may she rest in peace. So this person then Ashaya from Hlangano, Ahlabele, and this guy records her. Angdlaleni, what do you think of this voice, lan? Ngising heavy voice, ngihlanya same time. Uyabona, ngibani ke this chick, but I know uthi manje igama lakhe ngifikile wakadlala. Uyabona, but sing floaty igama lakhe because she also rapped.
Okay. So
that's how I got to know Floaty, and the rest, as they say, Nyalo, she's Flows, she's a household name.
Okay.
Yabona. Another one that I worked with at the time, 16 years old, a young man called Paul Taves. I was friends with his brother. Mabongs was a DJ. So Paul came to me and said he'd also like me to manage him, like how fun. Mosi ukhona Mabongza athi no Mabongza is my older brother ngeke kulunge man so so I started working with them analo munye umngane wakhe bathi nguSimza. So he was Paul, the other one was Simza, so they became known as the Spin Doctors.
Okay.
Right, and then he became Dr. P. Simza, he's also changed from Dr. S to Banban, then just became Simza.
Okay.
Prolific producer and DJ, splendid. So and then later on I got to work with kwafika lo bhuti wakhe lo Mtsala Mabong's like, hey, I need a manager. You are going to manage me. So I've worked with a lot of but I guess umvule ngathi it was fun to work with is Nana.
Okay.
Nana Makakula, 5 loaves and 2 fish.
Okay.
A legend. That's Nana is well and truly legendary. She is a SAMA nominated. I think the first artist Yalaka to be nominated for a SAMA.
Wow.
And she went on a tour in Sadak, courtesy of the Alliance, you know. But I guess that and I really got to experience music in another way was Sam's.
Okay.
Yeah.
You worked with Sam's?
Yes, I was his road manager.
Road manager.
Yeah. So for I don't know 3 years or thereabouts.
Okay.
So all over the region really, and parts of the continent. So and that actually opened my eyes to another side of music that I wasn't really tapped into because I mean, you know, thina lesikwatiko ngane kakhulu thina sanje ukuthi nangabe uneshew kuphi 23 kwafika abantu babhadala 100 emnyango ucedzile kanti there's other things that happen behind the scenes, you know. Yeah, so kukhulunywa ukuthi abo brand placement bakasibanyana sebafuna kusebenzisa ingoma yakho then sipho ilenguthi or ingandini lenguthi uyabona letimvo lethu, so it's another world altogether.
Okay, so throughout the journey of you kuti from working with different types of people, what are some of the challenges lebeni face as continue working with other people?
Okay, let me info that I'm not really about the music only. I also worked with my visuals.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. In the early 2000s, we started a company about 2002 called Savusa Pictures. So part of the things that wanted to do documentaries, produce quality documentaries, and also moved into storytelling in terms of movies and stuff.
Okay.
So one of the things that we decided to do earlier on was realizing ukuthi yati nanga emachita sekakhona sekasikhicita stuff sesistrong yabona but sesishoda ngema video yabona. So we started producing music videos for Claiming Grounds, my video khona nje Anaconda. Now did 2 videos for Anaconda, Tulumsindvo and On Top. Also did a couple for I think a Courtesy.
Okay.
Singaba yabona, just 2, you know. So my problems listen now is that a lot of the time corporate Swaziland does not realize the potential of the creative economy.
Okay.
So kuye kubonakala umsebenzeni wendako nje nenelana kube ngazuthi yebo bodlamini abafuni kusebenza abathanda bhema bese bayashuta abantu yabona. Kanzi kumsebenzi lophelele futhi
uphelele kakhulu
uyabona yabhadala futhi. So ngengithanda ukubekisa nje we had so a few years ago there's this thing that came out, it was in the paper, right? Unalenye inhlangano ngeke ngisho lenye inkampani lenkulu ngalaka manzini. So this guys had imagine a call out in the paper, but it was very complex, this thing. Naso bafuna audio visual, what, you know. So nasithi sayibuka lesikhandla kusino labantu kahle hle bafuna a music video. So what happens that the CEO had gone to a meeting somewhere in East Africa.
Yeah.
Wakhanza kule asesithi nje inhlangano le phisako yabona even though akusiyaba peace lana.
Yeah.
Bakhanze kuso no lena kule live bakhe iadvert lekhuluma ngale product yabo yabona so bakha ingoma so bahlanganisa a few all stars babethu ngama all stars bakha ingoma and then ke bayishootha lekhuluma ngale product yabo. So sibona ukuthi basibafuna ivideo la bekunene sithi no ivideo bungoze singayishaya sidingiya ngevideo but phela kuze ukuthi ube nevideo kufanele kube nengoma ngozi yabona so agrecord ingoma yabona and then we get artists that are going to record the damn song si record ingoma madoda nase si recordile ingoma sihambe sibalile bavise baphathi yes nayo ke ingoma imnanzi sesiyabuyela okay ke bekuleni ingoma seyikhona asale shoot ivideo phela so was hayi sesishuthila le video kuba ingoma sesinayo yabona so sesigcina sekunengoma ivideo isashoot yayibona letsa because background angiseyikhona ingoma yabona
beva ngasaba
they feel ngazuthi yabona kanzi mbamba phela inzaba beyisukela le video
kahle kahle bebafuna ivideo
yabona so sine lesithenele idea asabash yabona because ingoma yabona so those are some of the challenges that you find ukuthi how ebekunene sindiwane yabo but we learn and we grow yabona not we didn't like well maybe my gods abengafuni sibe ne video whatever but you know those are the things but we've also worked on something called the film lab initiative lapho khona besebenza khona nebamvu who are interested in film kuthi produce short stories 5 minutes 10 minutes
skits
but no like a short story but leli shooteke kahle because that's what we're trying to develop ukuthi okay now shooter wenda kanjena sound in yabona so we had a few of those working with the American embassy as well as the EU so yeah we've done things like that
so bese lengatfolakala le film lebeni shooter or right now
I think akona online I'd have to check out my links but yes akona so we put them out I'd have to hook you guys up I don't know good see yay I'd have to look for them but lapo we're just what we're doing is we're trying to work with young and upcoming filmmakers at the time so from the Leonang njengasho ukuthi bamvula lesaba khicita abantu abanjengabo Lunga Macwele is with Eswatini TV now bo Sandile Makhanya you know naloko ukuthi we're looking at it from a production point of view now bukela film nakuphela ifilm kuhle kuphela bo 5 minutes kusenyuka emagama nje uyabona wenda likhofi ibilise manje abile ufaka ugojotise kusanyuka emagama bonke labamvu labo bebasebenza so nasikhuluma ngeproductions we're looking at it from that point of view yeah so I guess it is only natural ukuthi at the end of the day ukhanza ukuthi kunetinto njengabo ekhaya as part of ekhaya as well as an associate producer as well so that is the thing that I'm talking about
so in terms of filmmaking in the country and acting now ucabanga yini lesingayenda ukuze sikhona ukuthi siproduce more content
once again njengoba bengeke ngasho earlier ukuthi nine seniku advantage lebesingekho kiyo thi mina I did a production for Eswatini TV earlier on in the early 2000s.
Were you employed?
Independently. Right. So le setup at the time, I mean, besasebenzisa ma mini TVs, right? Like my tapes. Yabona. And now you can imagine say a shooter with that mini TV and then naso mixa le content yakho to the broadcaster. As a broadcaster no angifuni ukusebenzisa le mini TV yakho. So you have to convert the mini TV uyifake into a beta cam,
okay,
or into a PVC, what it was called a PVC. It's like a, you know, so go about 13 right now.
Okay.
So most of my loot ended up going towards the team because I have to buy the mini TV and then convert, which is
another money. You have to get the PVC.
Then we are born, so it's a lot of money le unnecessary. Kansini nenyalo nakhona kushuta nje faka into emakadini.
Yeah.
Download into a PC. You're good to go on shooting fake ngema what yabona tapeless banibani yabona kwenu kulula. You just have to, you know, naloko ukuthi I think info lemcoka lokufanele ukuthi siyibuke thine sibancane kakhulu la kangwane. Info lokufanele ukuthi siyende is produce for export, because noma ungathi uya producer leyo ngoma yakho benikhona nje nini nasinemhlangano lapha creative workshop neningi ukuthi yabo so iproduceile ihit single yakho lesithi is hot podcast vele kuyabulawana si download sonke soba 1.2 million
yakho
nango 1.5 wakho ngosi sesi downloadile sonke phela usethi download yabona, but because sibancane
asad
no ngaphandle kokuthi asad sibancane, our market is small. You shouldn't look at the Eswatini market for the creative economy. We have to take it outside, because nangabe uyapenda nje, for instance you do abstract art, emaswati afuna kubona buso ukuthi wo nangu mkhombe. Anguye lona vele udrowiwe
wasibona neslave,
but nangabe utawuqhamuka so draw landscape noma watane abstract, but ana magipilosho la uyabona seyinginga kanzina utawuthatha leyo abstract uyimikise la kubo Jaws, but ayithenga because there's a market. I understand. Yeah.
I ngiyakova. So like as ushito about the creative workshop lebe khona lapho, you raised ngekhumbula uphendvula okay bonga buti, but you were saying something kuthi boss Java ngeke basite ngalutho. We as the industry la kangona kufuna thina sitana sodwa.
Yes.
So how do we go about doing that?
Well, kuningi lokudzingeka ema artists nje, for instance what I was talking about lapho ukuthi thine we have to take it upon ourselves to actively participate in the industry. Nangabe for instance kutaba nemhlangano lothi kokhulunyiswa something on IP.
Okay.
If angaye ma artist atawusalela ngaphandle vele yabona, but awuyatlowa netam lapha kahulumende yabona lethi kangenelani nekokuthi uyabona, but awuyabona nje ukuthi kuthenga umthetho lo nje bawubhala umthetho uyabona, because sine as participate so uyaphuma umthetho sesinkhani sesiyakhala hayi nyalo nje bakhala nge collections society yabona. That copyright bill has been going on for how long, bro? Yabona, but because we don't participate in it, nakuvela lapha asikhonanga kusho ukuthi hayi man ati we need to be alone to ourselves, we have to look after our own interest, we can't yabona. But nyalo sebakhala ukuthi hayi no gcwele abantu abaningi kakhulu bakahulumende, this thing won't work. Kanzi when they had the opportunity of making that law, they were slacking yabona the timing leyo. So iba lapho lenkinga ukuthi thina we don't take ourselves seriously, so some of the laws that affect us kanzakala ukuthi atawushayeka and thina we are not there to participate in them,
which is a challenging thing, because ngeke sikhona ukukhula without participating.
No, angeke vele yabona.
And the information sonke siyayidinga, as much as you a DJ, you're a music producer, you're a beat maker, you're a rapper, we all need this information, so participation makes it easy. You know, so that nangabe sekudzingeka ukuthi okay because kithi nje thina I realize I mean I've been in this thing for more than 20 years yabona, so akukulukunyana kokuthi kunetimvo that I realize ukuthi yathi ke lokhu nangathi ngumthetho yabona. So we have to participate nangabe kuthiwa kune workshop
what content asambe sekhona nine ma producers of content ngibona ukuthi how can you make your own industry ibe ngcono for you guys. If it's not for you, then the next generation of podcasters should find things slightly different from how you found them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for the advice. I'm pretty sure bavile. But moving on, as you've been in the industry for over 20 years, nyalo yini lesingayikhatha ukuthi mhlambe ungasinika some sort of platform or that you feel like when as someone look big industry for 20 years ungati share?
I think imbolemcoka ukuthi we should, as creatives, we should always be learning. Just keep on learning, improving your craft. Njengoba besisho ukuthi asengidakubekisela nje ngenifole lula thine sikhule kushuthwa ngalama camera letinguzanguza amakhulu, like i-beta is huge, right? But nyalo how technology has evolved, awusakudzinga leyo nge-iPhone yakho nje wenokunene 12 ubanibani ushutha suka sample film in 4K uyabona. So wena sokufuna ukuthi ube worried nje maybe nge-sound ukuthi okay, how do I get proper sound, but otherwise sithombe utasitfola lesemnanzi uyabona. Sekukuwe ke ukuthi utifundzise kangakanani timfete njengama filter noma ini utayidzinga kuze ukuthi uproduce equality, but inside ingakuwe to produce the good stuff.
Okay.
Yabona. So same thing with anything lutzinga kuyenda. The internet is there. You should be open to collaborations. Yabona.
Okay.
Kunalenye lijaha nje ngeke ngalibona leli artist ngikhohlwa ligama lakhe usacatfuta nje lo mfana is pretty young, cetha esikoleni I think last year. So nangithi ngiyambuka ke lo lelijali lipenda uses a pen.
Okay.
But blind uyabona. Mfana ufunze kuphi ngicanga usikube maybe ufunze kubo Waterford or something. Uthi I know bengafunza la kaShile. Awu kaShile. Yebo ngifunze kaShile. Manje uthi I know there's the internet. You know, there's certain O's that I collaborate with. Kunazibanyana that I follow from the States. Wanginikete my tips lapha nalapha. Yebo. Which is something that wouldn't happen ngesikhathi sethu futhi sisakhula. But nyalo it's so easy. You know, you can interact with top dogs lula nje. A few weeks ago bengishayelwa ngundazingana ngithi ngibona a video call from Nsangayet lapha Hamilton. Yabona Hamilton Dlamini actor from SA. So nangithi how lijali ku costume yabona he was just bored enangeni was waiting to go on ushuta ilembe yabona. He is just 3 hours away. He loves this country. Uyasho ukuthi if there's anything leningitsengela yona for actors or ini ngishayeleni majanga ndawufika lapho yabona ata shareisha my experiences. Same thing with both director labakhulu abakhona ngale labo. So nangabe kudzingeka staff yabo kulula ukuthi sibacele so sicela zibanibanyana udenga la utasida yabona. Nangabe ushutha nje for instance Hollywood grade movie, the equipment that you're going to need noma ngathi ngiyanilethela la nginikete R lakathi ngagcina ngokuyibuka nje yabona ngoba you can't put it together. You don't know what to do with it. And nayifika yona ifika icucu kuthi unaye ke camera hlanganisa ke ushuthe lo mbovu yabona usangane ke unguLusolotja ukuthi uyithatha ini ihlanganisa nani. But nangishayele Ntobeko kuba kaDlamini ngalana cinematographer lomkhulu uyakhona ukuthi angayihlanganisa bese uyasifaka esikolweni ukuthi okay cha abafana besilwana ke ihlanganiswa kanjeni R bese seyishutha kaso.
Okay,
that's what we need to learn, continually
learning,
keep on learning. Yeah,
cha thank you for coming to the show. Ngicangisi imbuti iphelela lapho unless you
Usho
want
njalo. No.
unless khona lofuna ukugeta.
Ngimanga nami nangabe asethembe ukuthi lababukela kwemakhaya khona lokusithi labakutfolile, but yeah, that's pretty much that's the long and short of it.
I'm pretty sure khona labakutfolile because mina khona ngikutfolile. Information, intellectual property. Continue consuming information. Naku nje kuphela. Kufuna sifunze, sichubeke sifunze. Ngeke hlangane nyalo but kancane.
Asikuhlangene. Sekuncengekile.
I thank you for coming to the show.
I know, ngiyabonga. Thanks for having me, bro.
Alright, there you have it. Talk entertainment and art. Danko.
Peace. Ngibonga mina manje.